You were talking about Ken making Shakespeare accessible, and indeed that's exactly what he's doing, but how, to your mind, is he doing that? What is it about, say, this script or his Henry V or anything you've seen? Is it the vigour of his performance, the freshness of his ideas? What
the
is
freshness of his ideas? I think he's allowing, he's if I would say, he's, you know, in a sense, trimming away a lot of, I don't want to say the fat, but it is a visual medium, so he's relying on his actors to communicate things that on stage maybe had to be verbally communicated. He's trying to make it a little simpler for the audiences to understand, you know, so that they don't go to sleep or even worse, not show up. Trying to whet their appetite, I think, to the language and to the genius of Shakespeare, so that maybe they want to pick up a book. And I mean, in the States, it's difficult enough to get people to read, period. But to read Shakespeare, you know, and like you said, unless you almost have to, or to watch it, you know, when we're in a society that, you know, all we have is axe murderer movies and, you know, all that's kind of trash. I think that it's for me, it's a welcome change of pace to hopefully reach as many people as we possibly can.
Because I've only seen half a day's filming as yet on one particular key scene, but I mean, reading the script, it sounds very sexy and funny in the way he writes it. He writes very vividly with instructions to camera department, instructions to wardrobe department, and they're not the normal ones. They're, you know, this looks like The Three Stooges meets Terminator 2. The shot is like...
Yeah, well, you came in on a heavy day. I mean, we've been just acting silly as we... You know, I've never acted as silly in a movie as I am in this one, and just laughing real loud and things like that. And some of the people here, Brian Blessed, and I mean, it just goes on and on. It's really a lot of fun for me.
There isn't, going back to what you were saying about the cutting the fat, perhaps, from the text, there isn't a bit of a purist in you who believes that, you know, the text should be sacrosanct and all? Well, I mean, when you did for Joe Papp, you did Richard III in the Park, I believe. Was that a...
No, that was trimmed as well. You know, what good is it if nobody's looking at it? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's great, and for those, I don't think he wants to preach to the converted. He's trying to reach those who don't know, or just have never wanted to know because they just couldn't get through, you know, the language, or just didn't want to try. You know, I think there's something to be said for trying to reach people, and you have to not necessarily meet them halfway, but somewhere in the middle, and you know, make it accessible. You know, I know in America, I would imagine Shakespeare is being read less and less. Although when I did Shakespeare in the Park a couple of summers ago, you couldn't get in the theater, 2,000 seats. The people were lined up every day for hours in the rain or whatever, so they did appreciate it.
I know